Hello and welcome to Sport This Morning. I'm Cecilia Omogbe.
I'm Tayo Salam. It's great to have you join us again. All right, this is what the show looks like. We're starting off with the international friendly between Nigeria and Ukraine that was played yesterday in Dnipro and ended 2-2. Yeah, that's what it ended. Nigeria looking good for the win at a certain point in that game, but the Ukrainians fought back and managed to level the scores to a piece.
When you have Zinchenko, that's what happened. Someone that can just determine what will happen in the game. All right, also on the program, under 23, talking about the Olympic Eagles, the book is sport for the African Nations Championship. That's talking about the under 23 Cup of Nations taking place in Egypt in November. For them, they were able to beat Sudan, more like spelling the country 5-0 with the likes of Taiwo Awoniyi and others in action.
Yes, that was never in doubt. Under 23 Eagles needed a very early goal in this game to settle nerves, and that's exactly what they got from Taiwo Awoniyi. In the end, it was a 5-0, very emphatic scoreline and 5-1 aggregate victory for Nigeria, which is now sealed the spot at the under 23 AFCON in Egypt later in the year. Also on the show, NWPL finale for the 2019 season, the Nigeria Women's Professional Football League will be rounding off today. That's the regular season, right?
Yeah,
we've been doing a lot of regular and post seasons in recent times. I remember the NPFL. Now we have something similar with the Nigeria Women's Professional Football League. It's the final round of matches today. That's for the regular season. And there's some very interesting matchups to look forward to.
Absolutely, and the big one is going to be in Port Harcourt, where you have the team, the Group in Group A, where you have Rivers Angels and also Delta Queens. They will be locking horns. Rivers Angels 10 points and Delta Queens 8 points. So Rivers Angels is topping the group, and the big story is going to be in Port Harcourt. Keep our physical scores and say the team that will get a spot in the Super 4. But that's not where we're starting from this morning. We're starting with the Youth Games. The opening ceremony was on Tuesday, and you have a representative of the sports minister. He was there, and also the representative of the governor of the whole state. He was also there. But the good thing is you have more than 5,000 athletes actually in competing, in this particular youth games, which is really remarkable. Over 5,000 athletes across the country taking part in the competition. This is the opening ceremony, the march past from various states.
You need to have data over the children are supposed to be 15 and under. That's very, very important as well, because as a title of the competition suggests, is a youth games and mainly is for young stars only. And we're seeing the match past, typical of any opening ceremony in any sporting events across and around the world, and it's not different in Nigeria as well. So this match pass currently is going on at the Ilorin Sports Complex in Kwara State. It's the 5th edition of the National Youth Games, and it's a fantastic platform for all these kids, all these guys, all these budding talents, to exhibit whatever skills they've got across 34 sports. I am looking forward to seeing the next generation of athletes that will eventually take over from the ones that we know right now.
Yeah, I love the consistency and all that. It's the 5th edition and everything, and the Ministry of Sport has been trying everything possible to ensure that this particular, it's not
competition.
Broken. It continues and everything. Despite the fact that this year is a bit, I don't know, the hype wasn't that much compared to what happened last year, because I remember how Demolare had to source for phones and everything. They had to make sure that everything went on. But this time around, well, it's a good one that we're having more than 5,000 athletes.
Cecilia, look how they've turned out to watch them. They've turned out. They love their sports in Kwara State, and this is good as well for the athletes as well. To the look, they look across to the stands and they see people there watching them. That kind of spurs you on to do great things as well too on the track or on the field. So overall, it's going to be an exciting time for these kids 15 and below. And like I said, hopefully we're able to get through true athletes within the age range that will eventually Team Lagos, right? Yeah, I mean it's cool and all that for all the ceremony and all the razzmatazz and everything, but we're going to get to judge them later on when the competition proper starts, when they start competing for medals. So Cecilia, fantastic all round. Like I said, consistency is very key.
It's key, yeah.
We haven't come here to talk about, oh, this edition is not going to hold. Somehow, some way, they always find a way to host the edition.
It, yes.
So it's all good.
Absolutely. Let's hear from the representative of the sports minister talking about Demola Are. He is the director of grassroots sports development at the sports ministry.
Since its inception, the National Youth Games has produced potential athletes who have represented Nigeria at the various international youth competitions. The fact that we are holding the 5th edition speaks to the unflinching commitment of President Buhari to grassroots sports development. Sports in Nigeria has grown tremendously and contributed in no small measure to the social, economic, and national unity of the country. There is no gainsaying that this has to be sustained. To all participants, I urge you to use your role in this game as a stepping stone to greater heights, bearing in mind that there is joy in participation and sportsmanship. Therefore, do your best in your respective areas by competing clean without the use of prohibited substances as stipulated by anti-doping agencies.
No cheating, no doping. That's the message
Very
to all the
important.
youth competing. I think at this age, that's not what they're thinking about. They just want to compete
Are you
and
kidding
get
me?
the best out of it.
Are you
Absolutely.
kidding me? Why
Yes,
you
it's
why you
youth games.
acting naive now, Cecilia?
No.
You know how it is.
What I'm
These
saying-
guys have people around them. These guys have, and at this age, they're very impressionable.
That's
and
why
they
I
have,
said that's not what they are
yeah,
thinking
but
about.
they have
except
people
the
around them,
coaches and all
and that's
that
why
we
that
now
message
want
is
to
important.
give.
Yeah, it's very important. So, like I get what you're saying. The kids probably just want to race and enjoy themselves, but they
just
have
wanna
people
enjoy themselves.
putting pressure on them because they know they can make a windfall from this if they go on and achieve great things. But very important message. Hopefully, everyone sticks to it, and it's a fair level ground for all the states featuring in this particular event. Let's also take the speech and let's listen to the representative of the governor of Kwara State.
This championship is aimed at providing a platform for our youth that constitutes the bulk of Nigeria population. Their development and empowerment has therefore been adopted as one of the strategies for delivering effective governance and to engage them meaningfully so that they can withstand the test of time. If we embark on adequate training and retraining of athletes, coaches, and other stakeholders, as youth, in the formative period of your lives, you must learn, practice, and scrupulously conform at all times to the norms of good conduct, which are exemplified by honesty, selfless service, hard work, and respect for elders.
There you go. That's the representative of the governor of Kwara State, Shaibu Akombi, speaking at the opening ceremony of the National Youth Games. It's the 5th edition, and like I say, may the games begin and may the best athletes eventually win. Let's move on from the National Youth Games now. We're still talking Nigerian sports now. Let's talk about sports. We're still trying to gain ground in the country. I'm talking about curling. Earlier in the year, Nigeria made history as the first African country to go to a World Curling Championship. They not only went there, they also managed to win a game as well too. But the story coming out of the federation now is that South Korea and Italy have agreed to help develop the sport in Nigeria. That's fantastic.
Yeah, that's a good one. According to the agreements reached by both countries, the federation, they said they've just concluded this particular one that's immediately after they had the annual General Congress held in Mexico. I think it was from 3rd to the 7th of this month. So they concluded that, look, Daniel Demola, who happens to be the president of the Nigerian Curling Federation, said that it's going to help them train Nigeria's wheelchair curlers and also other athletes that will be discovered during curling clinics in Lagos. Remember they had one some months back.
Yeah, I was seeing pictures
with the pictures from
there,
the one that was held here some months back. So it's going to be a good one because they're currently having intensive training, ahead of the World Championship that is coming up next month in October in the USA, and also what the team will be competing in a 4-person mixed doubles that will serve as qualifiers for the Winter Games in Beijing in 2022. So this is really huge. This agreement.
Yeah, fantastic for development of the sport. That's you know, two really good countries when it comes to curling. South Korea and you know, Italy helping you know, helping Nigerian you know, potential curlers in the country perhaps achieve their dreams. I saw that you quickly moved on to the national team. That's the Broomzilla. They are the ones getting ready, you know, intense preparations in the United States and getting ready for the World Championships in October. We saw what they did, you know, at the World Mixed Curling Championship. That was remarkable for first time out. And US is going to be a lot tougher now. I imagine that's why they've been in training for a while now. And I don't think there'll be any problems with chemistry. Because TJ Cole and TJ and Susanna, yeah, I mean, they're doing great things. It is very laudable, fantastic, and hopefully if you like, if you just somehow just want to do something different, curling might just be that one for you. And like we said earlier, there's going to be several other clinics that will be taking place. You might just want to pop in there and see if you can be good at that kind of winter sport.